The SS are remembered as being one of the most ruthless organizations of World War II. SS, which is an abbreviation of Schutzstaffel, translates to Protection Squad. The group was originally founded in 1925 under Adolf Hitler and used as his personal bodyguards. As the Nazi party grew larger and larger, so did the ranks of SS. In 1929, Heinrich Himmler took charge and increased the membership of the SS. Strict guidelines were implemented for the selection of these early members, which fell in line with the Nazi ideology. Potential members needed to be of Aryan racial purity. By 1936, Himmler and his second-in-command Reinhard Heydrich had strengthened the SS ranks by gaining control of Germany's police forces and expanded their responsibilities. By 1939, when World War II began, the basic structure of the SS was as follows. It was broken down into two main sections, that being the Allgemeine SS or General SS and the Waffen SS or Armed SS. Each of these were then broken down further. The Allgemeine SS would mainly focus on police and racial matters. The Reich Security Central Office oversaw the security service, which dealt with intelligence and espionage, as well as the security police. This was divided further into criminal police and the famous Gestapo. The Waffen SS was formed by two sections, that being the Death's Head Formation and the Disposition Troops. The Death's Head Formation would focus on the forced labor and concentration camps of Germany and its conquered nations, while the Disposition Troops formed the fighting units of the elite combat troops, which fought along with the regular German army, the Wehrmacht. The Waffen SS would see fighting on almost every front Germany was involved. In the units, it consisted of regular infantry divisions, panzer divisions, cavalry mountain troops, paratroopers, and even some more stranger volunteer divisions. Some of these were formed with men from occupied countries such as Finland, Estonia, Norway, and Serbia. There was even a unit called the British Free Corps, which consisted of British prisoners of war which had been recruited by the Germans to fight in the Waffen SS. The 36th Waffen Grenadier Division was comprised of convicted criminals, including murderers, rapists, and thieves. They were removed from prison and sent to various locations such as Poland and Eastern Front to stem local uprisings and partisan movements against the Germans. As the war progressed and Hitler's obsession with the strange and new technologies increased, the SS would be some of the first combat units to receive new weapons. This included the Sturmgewehr 44 assault rifle and the Gewehr 43 semi-automatic rifle. Panzer units were also provided with the newest tanks such as the Tigers and Panthers. With this new weaponry and the fanatical thinking of the SS, their reputation among some Allied soldiers was one of fear. Many of the units had a reputation of fighting to death and being more than willing to get involved in hand-to-hand combat. The Waffen SS would take part in some of the most famous battles of the war, including the Battle of Kursk, the defense of Normandy following the D-Day invasion, and the Battle of Bulge. Heinrich Himmler had a particular obsession with the occult. The famous SS runes seen here are actually taken from the Viking culture. This can also be seen with the various other symbols used to represent SS fighting units. SS members would often be presented with special swords, dagger, or pieces of jewelry with symbols to represent and pay homage to Himmler and Hitler's fascinations. Famously, the skull and crossbones will feature on the visor caps of the SS officers. Make no mistake, the Waffen SS and the SS in general were responsible for some of the most despicable acts committed during the World War II. They were the perpetrators of numerous massacres against not only civilian populations but also against the Allied soldiers, with numerous stories of prisoners of war being executed following the capture. The Waffen SS would be some of the last German units to surrender to the Allies. Following the war, many of their crimes would be revealed, and those that didn't flee the country were tried at the Nuremberg trials. Several were sentenced to death, with some serving various terms of imprisonment. And lastly, Heinrich Himmler would commit suicide in Allied custody before having the chance to see a courtroom.